I love a travelator. Hello everybody. I am vlogging from Denmark. Surprise! I have made a stop over here because it was very expensive to fly back to Vienna from the UK. It's like over £200, and it included a changeover in Copenhagen for like an hour or something. And I just thought, I'm just gonna check the separate flights, and they cost £35 in total to fly to Copenhagen and then Copenhagen to Vienna. So I just thought I might as well stop over for a few days, get a few nights in a hostel, and that is what I'm doing. I'm very excited to be here. I read a book on this country a while ago, and it just sounds like a really cool place to be. So yeah, I'm here. It's late at night, it's nearly 10 p.m, so I'm just making my way to my hostel. But first impressions are that it has great transport and it's very clean, so I like it so far. Been here like half an hour. That is my hostel. Next house. I just went on maps to see where it was, and I didn't even need to look at maps. Okay, down there is some kind of like sports arena. There's a cinema down there, a gym, a yoga room. There's like loads of screens, loads of bars. It's so cool. I don't think I've ever been in a hostel this big or this cool before. There's like a restaurant there. Morning everybody, it's the next day, and I thought I would just show you my hostel room because it's empty at the moment. So I'm just standing by the door, and on the left we have an ensuite with a shower, and there's 4 people in the room. And then we have the bunks. This is my bunk, which is quite cozy, and you just have a pocket on the side and a lamp, plugs, and there's a ladder there. And then we have the lockers here, and that's it. Then this is the view. It's quite grey today, but yeah, quite a cool. Oh, I should have just done it like this. Quite a cool room, very snug. I'm glad I had a top bunk because it's kind of less light. Those have like the gap on the outside. I just have the gap on the end, and I had my head the other end. Okay, I just had breakfast in here. It's actually the National Museum. No, it's not. It's the Museum of Copenhagen. I say breakfast. It is midday, but I didn't have breakfast. And I had a pain au chocolat and a cortado. It was very expensive. It cost me £8. I do think food here is pretty expensive. Well, I say expensive. It was probably the same as London, maybe. But the transport was cheap. It only cost me £2 to get to the centre from the airport yesterday, so that was pretty good. I was contemplating going into the museum, which I do want to do. I asked if there was a student ticket, and they said no, but they are free on Wednesdays. And I am here tomorrow. I was thinking of spending tomorrow in Sweden because when I looked at the map, wait, let me show you this street because it's really nice. Lovely brick buildings. Kind of reminds me of London actually. UK. So I was only meant to be staying here until Wednesday, and then I looked at the map, which is what I should have done before, and I saw that Malmo, probably butchering that, is literally just across this bridge. I'll put a picture of the bridge in. This huge bridge, and it's just across the piece of water, which is funnily enough called the Sound. I was doing a bit of research, and the Sound refers to Norse sund, which means straight or swimming. So straight spelled S-T-R-A-I-T. So when I discovered how close Sweden was, I extended my stay for 2 nights because the flights were only £15. So I'm going to go back to Vienna on Friday now. And the weather on Thursday is pretty rubbish, so I was going to save museums and stuff for Thursday and go to Sweden tomorrow. But that museum is free, so what I just have to do is check to see how much tickets are usually, because I forgot to ask. And if they're not that expensive, I'll just go on Thursday. My dad would have liked this one. Okay, I'm now walking along a street that was recommended to me by my cousin Mally. He gave me a long list of recommendations actually, so I'm going to make my way through them. Just walking around. It seems really nice here. I like it. It's a bit cloudy and a bit grey, but can't have everything. These are so cute. I think they're just, oh no, it's like a tea light, maybe. Oh, I love this one. I don't really know what it means, but it says no sightseeing on here. And you have to ring a bell to go in the door, so it doesn't look like I'm getting in. Okay, I'm in a kind of square now. This house looks old. And that does look like a church, so I'm going to try and go inside it. Because I would like to go inside one. Just noticed loads of bikes parked out here, and interestingly a lot of them are not locked. Pretty sure that one's just leaning, right? I mean, some of them have locks around the tyres, but I don't think that one does. Oh no, maybe it does. But I mean, still, people could cut them, I guess. Yeah, they're not really, I mean, you can just take the bike, or you could just take the bike. They're not tied to anything. I was trying to go in here, but I can't find a door. Don't know if I'm being silly. I don't know if it's a church actually, because I saw like a restaurant inside. So maybe it's not a church anymore. Okay, I did find the door, but it's just a restaurant. Just seen a tattoo shop. Should not really think about it too much when I'm feeling so spontaneous. Okay, I'm in a square now, and this is the theatre. It's a lovely big square with cobbles, which I really like. Magasin du Nord. I don't know what that is. Is it what's it called? A department store maybe? I'm not sure. We're going over here. Everywhere is so clean. Well, that was unexpected. It looks like there's a marching band. I'm not following them because I think they're going to go to the castle. I don't really know what it is, whether it happens regularly or I don't know. I just got my food, my lunch. I went for gyros, not very Danish I know, but I was on the way and I needed something now. I just noticed this, which I think is so cool. It's a bin specifically for pizza boxes, which is really niche. But I've noticed so many pizza restaurants here. There's even one over there, I don't know if you can see. Pizza shawarma. So yeah, I'm gonna go and find somewhere to sit down and eat my lunch. This is delicious. There's a bit of building work going on, but I've managed to find a bench. I'm trying to eat this without making too much of a mess. Okay, I'm now at the King's Garden. It's like a park, a big park place. I'm just reading this sign, which is like a map of everything that's here. So the castle is here. But what I found interesting was that they have a Punch and Judy theatre, but I'm guessing that's just like a name for a puppet theatre. That's there. And we're here. So it's somewhere over there. I've decided I would like to go to that museum today. So what I think I'm going to do is have a walk around this park and then head back to the museum. It closes at 5. And I want to go just because it would make sense to do it now so that maybe I know a bit more about the city that I'm walking around, if that makes sense, even though I know I've just spent a day here. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, this is Rosenborg Castle. I think it's a bit like Schönbrunn. Said it was built as a summer house. Some nice gardens here. I bet these look nice in the summer. There's a lovely willow tree. I'm not going to go inside. There's some guards outside as well. I feel like I have done things a bit wrong. Like I've done them kind of the wrong way round. Didn't help that I didn't get up very early today, but I'm lacking motivation. Well, I was lacking motivation a bit this morning. I feel like I should really spend tomorrow here as well, but I feel like I've done one day in the dry here And I don't really want to go to Sweden in the rain. So I'm wondering what to do. Maybe I'll phone Mum and see what she thinks. There's some maintenance going on. It looks like they've done all those ones already, but they've got a long way to go. Well, I did think I wanted to go to the Palm House, but it's closed until Friday. So that makes my decisions a bit easier. I'm just gonna have a walk around this park then. Can look at the Palm House from the outside. And then I'll head to the museum, I think. I could maybe come on Friday to the Palm House if I wanted to in the morning. Because I have my flight on Friday at 3, so I could come before. I imagine all this to look so much nicer in summer. That is the only problem with coming places in the winter, is you, or at least I, often walk around them thinking, oh, I wish I could come back and see everything when it's like green and really alive, you know? Because I doubt if I visited in summer I would want to come back in winter to see what it's like. It looks like the Palm House has loads of stuff on the outside, like renovations. Let me show you. Can you see? It's all covered up. So, doesn't look great from the outside either. Okay, I made it to the museum. Learning about Copenhagen and the surroundings as well. Okay, museum is done. It was all right. Not that great, to be honest. It was very historical, which was nice, but it wasn't really up to date. The last kind of installment was at the beginning of the 2000s, which was quite a long time ago now. And I would have liked to read about modern day life in Copenhagen. But anyway, I feel like I've done my museum. I also got an entrance, 2 entrances to other museums here in the price of the ticket, so I might do those on Thursday. They don't look amazing, but it will be something to do. Now I'm just going to somewhere where I think you can get a panoramic view for free. I wanted to go before it got dark. Visibility isn't great today, and it might be too late. Might be closed already, but it's really near my hostel, so I'm gonna check before I go back. It's just down here. Okay, so this used to be a palace, Christiansborg, and now it's the Parliament building and like a governmental office. Secretary of State as well, I think. Okay, the Queen, the Parliament and the Prime Minister all operate from here apparently. Okay, we made it. It is a bit foggy. I'm on my way back to my hostel now. The view was quite nice actually. It was pretty misty up there, but I think it would have been in the daylight anyway, but it was quite nice to see all the lights at night. I don't know if I told you, but I'm gonna try and change my room when I go back because I booked a 4-bed female dorm. I checked in yesterday and then someone came in and it was a guy, and I was reading the house rules and it said no males in female dorms, and I was like and then I double checked my booking, and I don't know how, but I booked a mixed dorm, which is fine, it's not a problem, but because I extended my stay I've made 2 bookings anyway, so I was gonna have to ask if I could just stay in the same room. So I'm just gonna ask now if I can move to my next room now, if it's possible. My hands are really cold, so I'm gonna stop videoing now. I'm rambling anyway. Okay, I moved rooms. So, shower, same kind of thing. Lower locker this time. And that bed is mine. No one's here. And there's a view into the garden kind of place in the hostel. I'm just writing my postcards. They gave me, instead of giving me a stamp, they gave me an envelope with stamps on. And these are the most expensive postcards I've ever sent. They cost me, I bought 5 postcards because they were 5 for 30 crowns, which is like £3.50. And I bought 4 envelopes with stamps on them. £19 in total. So whoever's getting a postcard off me, you're very bloody lucky. Okay, I'm back from dinner now. That was really nice, but it was quite social, which I wasn't expecting. Everyone who signed themselves up for dinner sat at like one really long table. It was actually a bit of a squash, and then they served us. They put some food on the table and then they served us. So I didn't film anything because I didn't want to get the camera out because it would have been kind of rude. It was called Big Samad and it was really nice. It's 9:30 now and I need to book my transport to Sweden tomorrow. And I shouldn't be too late because I think I'm going to get a really early bus. But I need to check the times first, get that booked, finish writing my postcards, and then probably get an early night. But yeah, dinner was really nice. It was like potatoes with pork, almost like pulled pork kind of, with beetroot on the top and fried eggs. And then afterwards I played a game with some of the people I ate dinner with, so that was cool. It was called Bandido. I'm not sure if it's English or Spanish, but it was really fun. It was like a cooperative game, so there wasn't one winner. You played against the game, if that makes sense. So you either won as a team or you lost, and we actually lost. But yeah, now I'm going to finish writing my postcards. Also, someone I ate dinner with, because I said how expensive the postcards were, and she said, oh, I also did the same, but when I went to buy the stamps, they told me to get the stamps in Sweden because it was much cheaper there. And I wasn't told that at all.